Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome in to WTIM, your information station. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Before we get going with another great FFA conversation, let's thank the sponsors that make it possible. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. We have the Taylorville FFA folks here with us. It's Drew Mickey and Abby Norris, co-presidents. How are you guys doing today?
I'm good. Good to be here.
Good. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for taking the time and being here. And you heard that correctly. Co-president situation. It's different than what we've heard from Central A&M and Morrisonville FFA. But it feels like you guys got it down pretty well right here. So talk to me just a little bit about your roles and responsibilities and how you figure those out between you two.
Yeah, so this is, I think, our second year in Taylorville FFA of doing co-president. So it's worked pretty well. We get along, I'd say, 100% of the time. I mean, realistically, we do pretty good. So we kind of split up the roles and do different things like that. It really helps, especially being a larger chapter, being able to split up some of the roles and kind of divvy them up, so to speak. And then we also have a lot of other officers that help us out. So that's really helpful to have a large officer team to split up a lot of roles.
Wow, that's really cool right there. In 2 years, you guys have been doing this.
Well, this is our first year as presidents together. We had other co-presidents last year. That was the first time we had two, and I think we kind of just liked how that worked, so we got to do it this year.
Wow, if it ain't broke, don't fix it right there. You guys found something that worked for you with co-presidents. That's really awesome. There's a lot of responsibilities, a lot of roles. Talk to me a little bit about that split. What roles does Drew handle? What roles does Abby handle?
We kind of divvy it up very evenly. We both work together to create agendas for the meetings, and we run the meetings together. But then it's also, if Drew has something or I have something, we know that the other one can handle it, and we kind of just share that way. As for things, we kind of just do everything together, working with the chapter, helping members, planning events, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, we split up a lot of like this week we have different dress up days. We have drive your tractor school day, different things like that we'll talk about and stuff. And then we have different things that we're doing right now, such as recruitment for 8th graders coming into high school. So that's kind of just a few things that we're working on, and we try to split those roles up the best that we can, and coordinate with our officer team as well to make sure that we're all pitching in, because it's kind of, we all really like to work together to see success as a chapter.
That is really awesome right there, and it's really great to hear there's no friction between the co-presidents. There's enough work. You guys can divvy up that work evenly, and it's been working out for you guys. That is really awesome. And you mentioned right there, you guys are kind of preparing for a recruitment type thing coming up, and that's been one of the main themes today. FFA really prepares students, especially young students, and introduces them well into their high school careers. Have you guys found that? And have you guys been in FFA for all your years?
Yeah, we've both been in it since freshman year.
So you guys have kind of understood how that's introduced you to high school. Talk to me about that.
I think FFA has given a lot of good opportunities for specifically myself. When I got into high school, I didn't want to speak to anybody, was absolutely terrified. And now Drew and I can stand up in front of those meetings of 30, 40 people with no care in the world. Doesn't matter. We can just do it. And I think that just meeting new people and being able to communicate has been a good skill for me.
Wow.
Yeah, just a lot of different things that we've been able to do. And I had Abby had a sister that was president of the Taylorville FFA, and then my brother was also president. So it kind of runs in our family, so to speak. So it's kind of I guess you could say it's kind of living up to a legacy, so to speak. But we're also kind of just trying to continue the success of the chapter.
Yeah, that's the exact word I was going to use. We have a legacy presidents in right now. Taylorville FFA probably will never have that again, but that's really interesting. It just shows experience. It shows passion and commitment to FFA, and that is really, really awesome right there. You alluded a little bit about drive your tractor to school day. Is that today?
It is today, yes. Everybody should drive by the Taylorville High School Circle Drive. You'll see full of tractors out there.
That is awesome. I definitely got to get out there and see what that looks like. I've never experienced a drive your tractor to school day, and I think I've seen it on the internet once or twice. That is a really awesome initiative. Talk to me a little bit about the planning of the day-to-day. They're all different at all the schools I've been learning, so talk to me about who makes those decisions.
Yeah, so we started planning this probably in January, early and mid-January timeframe, and then we put together some dress-up days. So yesterday was USA Day, Red, White, and Blue Day. Today is Hat Day, along with Drive Your Tractor to School Day. And then today we also have some of our alumni members coming and cooking pork burgers for our what we call our member appreciation cookout. So all of our chapter members will be down during their lunch periods, enjoying a nice lunch courtesy of our great FFA alumni. And then tomorrow is Hawaiian Day.
Mhm.
And then we also have a staff appreciation cookout. So all staff members at the Taylorville High School will come down and get a nice lunch on us, and some of our members will kind of cook out. So roles kind of reverse tomorrow. We're cooking
Yeah.
for the teachers tomorrow. So, and then Friday is FFA Apparel Day. So a lot of different dress up days, a lot of different ways to be involved, and even have a little good food, I guess, while we're in the midst of it. So.
Yep.
Absolutely. That sounds like it's really awesome. What a fun week it is to be an FFA member here. Is there 2 FFA weeks? Is one in April? Is there something big that happens in April for FFA, or was that just Morrisonville?
I believe that's just more so.
Okay. Yeah,
this is National FFA Week, so
Okay.
everybody across the country is celebrating
Sweet.
now.
All right. Yeah, I'm feeling in the air. It's FFA week here, and it's been great. We're talking right now with Drew Mickey and Abby Norris. They're co-presidents of the Taylorville FFA, and it's been working out great for them. Talk to me a little bit about your future career plans here, because this kind of has sparked a lot of passions for people within FFA and kind of sets them up for the rest of their life. Kind of sounds like that's the same case for you guys. Talk to me about this.
Yeah, so in next fall, I will be attending Murray State in Kentucky, and I'm going to be majoring in horticulture, which is something exactly as you said, I discovered in FFA. I started my own SE record book my freshman year working in the high school greenhouse, and that kind of just sparked my love of horticulture and plants and things like that, and that's what I'm going to take and do in my future. So.
Yeah, and I plan to attend Kansas State University majoring in animal science. So a lot of the things that I've done in FFA kind of relates to that through livestock judging and meat judging, different things like that. So I plan to take that into account. And then I also plan to minor in ag communications.
Wow, unbelievable. Major and a minor right there, both agriculturally minded majors. And would you guys say that your involvement with FFA has strengthened your love for agriculture and probably set you up for that future?
Yeah, I think that the big thing through FFA is that we've gotten a lot of connections and opportunities through our ag teachers, and they've really done a good job of developing us to prepare us to go to college and succeed in the College of Ag at whether it's Murray State or Kansas State, and so that's really helped both of us in terms of our future careers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think FFA really helps prepare you, whether it's filling out scholarships or applications or anything like that. We are accustomed to doing things like that with our record books and science fair projects, whatever it may be, and we're ready for whatever our future is going to have.
That's really awesome. And in our last few minutes here of the first segment, I want to talk to you a little bit about that success you were talking about, Drew, because you guys found it at the National Convention, the FFA National Convention in Indianapolis. When I heard that news, I was so happy for you guys. But talk to me about that day. Talk to me about that weekend and what those days were like.
Yeah, so we were very busy at National Convention. Our big one that we brought home was the National Chapter Award in Strengthening Agriculture, which was an award for our entire chapter. And then we also had a National Proficiency Award winner, Jay Blyler. We had 2 national finalist science fairs with Drew, Mickey, and Jay Blyler, and then myself and Abby Erlenbush. And then we also had Drew's brother Tanner was a finalist for Star Farmer Over America, and we had then Tanner and 2 other American FFA degrees.
And guys, this is unbelievable. There were so many FFA chapters there, but Taylorville FFA prevails in such a great category. And Drew, talk to me about that.
Yeah, it took a lot of work and different things like that. And we just want to thank all of our advisors and all of our members in the chapter. It's really a team effort. And then also our alumni, and then our school district, and our administration, our principal and assistant principal, and all those different factors that go into our success, because it's not just a one person does it all type of thing. It's all hands on deck. And so we really kind of keep that mentality, and that's really how we were able to succeed at the National FFA Convention.
Yeah, just so awesome. Now, is the winner of the Strengthening Agriculture, was that a single project that you were working on? Is that the entire chapter? What won it for you guys?
So we that's basically through the development of a program or project. And so chapters across the nation will come up with projects that can go in different divisions. Obviously, ours was strengthening agriculture. And so the way we were able to strengthen agriculture in our chapter specifically was we developed a program called My Mentor. And so we paired up individuals in our chapter with alumni members and community leaders and different things like that in order to strengthen their interviewing skills. So we talked a little bit about proficiency awards and like record book and SAE projects. And so we do practice interviews with those projects. And so we pair individuals up with older mentors or community leaders in order to successfully prepare them for those interviews, as well as just be there to prepare them for any contests like job interview or public speaking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else on that, Abby?
Just add, I think it's evident that project, it's really been helping and working. We just competed last week at Section Proficiency Awards. We took 25 to compete and 22 won the areas and moved on. So it's just proof that My Mentor really works and helps out our students.
I love it. The My Mentor program really did it for you guys and winning that Strengthening Agriculture Award there at the National FFA Convention. And congratulations to both of you guys on that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So much hard work is put in over there at Taylorville FFA. And we're learning about all the FFA chapters today during FFA week. It's time for us to take a little break, but we're sitting down right now with Drew Mickey and Abby Norris, co-presidents of the Taylorville FFA. Been a great conversation so far. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Your information station, WTIM.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. We're red across the board with corn, beans, and Chicago wheat. March corn down 3 3/4, 4.15. May corn down 4.5, 4.28. December new crop 4.60 1/4, down 2 3/4. March beans 11.66 down 12.5. May beans down 13.5, 11.70. And November new crop 11.48 1/4, down 9.5. March Chicago wheat 5.76 down 6 1/4. July wheat 5.73 1/4, down 6 3/4. March bean meal 3.4410, that's down 3.50. March bean oil 44.77, down 64 cents. Livestock market, March feeders 252.80, up $1.42. February live cattle 185.35, up 95 cents. April lean hogs 86.05, up 37 cents. Energy market, April crude oil 76.98, down 6 cents. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
For growers like you, this is more than a profession. It's a way of life, a generational calling, wrapped in community pride. First Mid is a trusted financial partner with comprehensive agribusiness services like lending and insurance. As your ownership or operational needs evolve, you can turn to us for farm management and land sales. We are committed to helping you cultivate a better tomorrow. Because like you, we're not merely invested in the success of your operation, we're homegrown. First Mid, an equal opportunity lender.
This is Darian Norville with Central Commodity FS, bringing you What's Next. And here at FS, we believe that is supporting agriculture's bright future. So happy National FFA Week to all past, present, and future agriculture professionals whose success sprouted from their local chapter. Best wishes from your proud supporters at Central Commodity Farmers Supply Company.
Shelby Electric Cooperative is a not-for-profit, member-owned electric distribution cooperative headquartered in Shelbyville with an outpost in Taylorville. The cooperative serves approximately 10,000 members in all or parts of 9 counties. Even though Shelby Electric is fortunate to serve businesses, industries, and subdivisions, it was formed by farmers over 80 years ago. Hi, I'm Marla. As National Ag Week is celebrated this month, we would like to say thank you to all the farmers we serve who feed the world. Thank you.
67 years of providing the local agriculture community the money they need for planting a crop, harvesting the crop, and expanding their farm. Located just west of the square, that's what First National Bank in Taylorville has done for local agriculture and continues to do today. I'm President and CEO Jared Beckham, proud of our heritage in ag banking in Christian County. Let us do the same for you and your farm. Stop by and let's have a visit. First National Bank in Taylorville, first every time. Member FDIC.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to WTIM, your information station. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Before we continue with this great conversation with the Taylorville FFA, Drew Mickey and Abby Norris, co-presidents, thanks so much to the sponsors that make it possible. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. I just said it, but we have Drew Mickey and Abby Norris, co-presidents of the Taylorville FFA. And we finished the first segment there with some of the success that the Taylorville FFA has found winning the Strengthening Agriculture of the Taylorville chapter at the National Convention. Just so awesome right there. And you guys have kind of been alluding to some of these successes all show long. So talk to me a little bit about the ones that I have no idea about here. And Abby, you mentioned one right there, and just lead it off.
Yeah, so we had a lot of success at Proficiency Awards. So with that, FFA members have the opportunity to compete with their SAE record book. So SAE stands for Supervised Agricultural Experience. It's something that they can do. There are countless areas from livestock and grain to working at McDonald's or working in a greenhouse or things like that. You can do pretty much anything under the sun as long as it's agriculture related. And then basically you keep records on it your entire high school career. And then for proficiency awards, you interview on what you've kept record books on.
I see. Okay. So you'll probably have a pretty good profile, a good thing at the very end of it all. And you can kind of just say everything you've been doing, everything you've been involved with. That's really awesome. Drew, you got some state degrees. You mentioned state degrees earlier. What are those?
Yeah, so it's the highest honor an Illinois FFA member can earn, I believe. And so it's tied directly into what Abby was talking about with the supervised agriculture experiences, the SAE projects, the record books. And so there's a lot of different requirements. I don't know all of the requirements to get a state degree, but basically it requires 2 years of being involved in FFA and an ag education class. 25 hours of community service is another requirement. And then you also have to reach a certain threshold of income within your record book. And so there's tons of different requirements, probably too many to name on the show this morning. But once you meet all those requirements, you're eligible to receive your state degree. So we had 10 state degrees, was it this year? We also had a junior, Jay Blyler, who received his last year. So we've had quite a few state FFA degrees over the years. And then one thing that you can do after you get your state FFA degree, once you have been an FFA member, you can continue being an FFA member actually into college and then continue your record book project. And then once you've done 7 years worth of being involved in FFA, you can get your American FFA degree. So we talked about it before the break. We had 3 people, Tanner, Mickey, Isabel Norris, and Tess Patton, get their American FFA degree at National Convention this past November. And so that's the highest degree that a National FA member can earn. So it's kind of the step up from a state FA degree, and it's a very few select people in FA that get their American degree, let alone their state FA degree. So
right, both sound very hard to achieve. It's going to take a lot of years of just staying on that. Do both of you guys plan to keep your record books going with that SAE into college?
I plan to. We mentioned legacies earlier. My dad got his American degree in 1998, and then my older sister Isabel just got hers last November, as Drew said. So I'm gonna try and get mine as well in a few years.
Yeah.
I'm not great at playing ahead sometimes, so we'll see how things go when I get into college. But my brother got his, so I might. It's definitely something that I'll entertain because I kind of want to be like my brother, so to speak, by getting my American degree and doing different things like that. So it's something that I'll definitely consider. Just depends how I'll get my first start in college and kind of go from there.
Sure. You got your major and your minor picked out already, so you got a lot of questions answered right there. But that's really, really awesome, guys. I love hearing about that, and thank you for explaining those proficiencies and degrees to me right there, and a lot of success over there at Taylorville FFA. It's just been great to hear about. So with all this success, if a 7th or 8th grader out there is thinking about their freshman year, how can I get involved, and maybe they are agriculturally minded, maybe they're not, FFA is really welcoming to a lot of people, what would you tell to these young kiddos out there?
I think I would tell them to just get involved, even if they don't think that there's anything for them to do. There's contests. We have an FFA band. There's quiz bowl contests. There's if you have an agriculture background, there's things for that. There's public speaking. There's community service. There's working in the shop, greenhouse. Anything under the sun, you can find a place for in FFA. So just go out there and try and get involved, and you definitely won't regret it.
Yeah, you never know where it might take you. It'll lead you down different paths, and you don't have to be a farmer to be an FFA. You can be. We have tons of kids from that live in Taylorville that don't come from a farming background. So don't think that you have to be a farmer to be able to do FFA, because there's so many opportunities for kids that have started SAE projects that don't come from a farm, that don't live on a farm. So there's tons and that's the way FFA has evolved over the years, and the way they've been able to grow their membership, and the way that we've been able to grow our membership is because we have so many kids that just have a passion and want to be a better leader. Even if you just want to advance your leadership skills and develop your communication skills, you can do that in FFA. You can do a lot of different things without not having to live on a farm. It's just a really versatile program, and no matter what, just get involved.
That is really awesome. And guys, we're really close to the end here, but the Taylorville FFA social medias, where can people find them?
We have a Facebook page, and we just have a recent up-and-coming Instagram page, so look us up there.
All right, look out for the new Instagram there for Taylorville FFA. And Drew, Mickey, Abby, Norris, thank you guys so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. They're co-presidents, Drew Mickey and Abby North. It's been working out well for them. We're wishing them the best of luck here in the near future. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you all for listening.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville,